Uganda Revenue Authority already has its eyes on jumbo revenue it expects to collect from the country's new oil and gas deal that was signed about a week ago between the East African country and oil majors like Shell and Total Energies. Joining me from tonight from Kampala to speak to this and a few other economic headlines in the country is Joseph OCHIENO, international journalist and political economist. It's good to get together with you again tonight, sir. Thank you so much. It's close to 10 o'clock in the evening in Kampala, so we appreciate your staying late. What's your view on this $10 billion oil and gas deal that Kampala signed with the IOCs? I saw President Yoweri Museveni, His Excellency, looking very happy with that deal. Are you happy with this $10 billion oil and gas deal?
Bosom, the fact that we had to struggle and had to pray just in order to link our networks between Kampala and Abuja, I believe, or Lagos, that end of Nigeria, it tells you that we've got major issues on the infrastructure on the African continent, but those are issues that are linked directly to our ability to generate internal wealth, our ability to protect our wealth, and our ability to make sure that we create wealth for ourselves, but also our ability to invest. So anything that brings in dollars and shillings and pounds and euros is welcome. This has been a long time coming. Yes, this one seems to be slightly better than the shambles that we experienced 10 or so years ago, where oil companies had to be subjected to legal recourse by government. But that said, yes, you've got these experiences in Nigeria, and I had to campaign around these issues in Nigeria myself, or indeed on Nigeria myself. We believe that by and large, this is a slightly better deal. The issue now is whether or not government is able to be transparent, government is able to be responsible, government is able to, if you like, focus on priorities that are actually fundamentally required for the monies that are coming in. Still, huge amount of this money still is going to be siphoned by the oil companies, something which I feel really, really sad about. It's something that I've campaigned very, very much. You recently had the story about cocoa in Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. I still wonder why we can't process these things and make sure that the chocolates for love, when Valentine is coming, must be exported from Ghana, Nigeria, and Cote d'Ivoire and Uganda, and not really from Western European countries. So by and large, it's a welcome project. But I think observers are rather cautious, particularly because this is a rather careless government when it comes to expenditure. We think that fiscal prudence is not a language known this side of Kampala. So people are watching rather carefully.
But again, when you talk about fiscal responsibility and all of that, fiscal spending, you have a new budget, 2022-2023, on the table. Yeah. What's your take on this new fiscal appropriations, Joseph?
I mean, like every other major projects that have taken place this end of the world, and I'm saying so deliberately, we have the most expensive highway in the world, that is between Kampala and Entebbe. Well, you should come and take it for a ride around there. It's a toll road. You and I who've traveled around the world, tolls are privileges of major nations and major economies. That tells you how these things should happen. No, really, I think for us, it has been the case that for 36 years now, I've been there for a rather long time, close to my age, no major project comes up from the beginning to the end successfully without major problems. But I think the difference now, though, is that I think the population, and thanks to social media, thanks to the likes of Arise, now you guys are rather interested, you're able to follow us and we're able to follow you. Governments are compelled to be slightly much more open, slightly much more transparent, although, of course, we also have big human rights issues here when it comes to reporting, and we are not going to go into that today. Our hope generally is that because there are closer watchers, closer observers around the country, it is possible that we are much more hopeful today than we would have possibly been 10 years ago.
Thank you so much, Joseph OCHIENO, for your time this evening. Really rather short. We appreciate it. You touched on quite a number of issues. We'll touch base with you in Kampala very soon again. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.